Now then, we've got Skypers around the world. We're going over to the United States of America, I think. I'm trying to make out who it is up on the Skype wall there. It's Latoye, who's our Chelsea fan over in America. Latoye, good afternoon to you, mate. It's afternoon here. I think it's probably morning for you over there.
No, it's afternoon, 12 p.m.
Okay, it is as well. Okay,
Yeah.
Nate. Well, listen, that was a pretty emphatic victory today, 3-0. There's been an awful lot of unrest at Chelsea over the last 10 days or so. Maybe AVB has now made a statement, a very important statement.
No, I don't necessarily feel it's a statement because it's just one game. I mean, like a couple of months ago, we had that period where we won against Valencia and Manchester City and all of that, and he was feeling like he had made a statement, but then the form went all bad. So, I mean, it's a good win. It's, considering our recent run, it's a win that can get the squad feeling a little bit confident, and maybe we can go on a good run of good form. But it's not. I don't see it necessarily as such a statement because Bolton are not that good a team. I mean, the first half was still poor, but I mean, like, it was a good win. He did well, but I don't see it as a statement. I don't think he has made a statement by beating Bolton.
Okay. Yeah, the big thing is, Latoye, there's a clean sheet involved in that. They did hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times, so it could have been more emphatic. But
it could have been more. It could have been more. We had so many shots, so many chances, so many 3 versus 3 situations at the back where with better passing. I mean, we could have scored 5 or 6 in that second half. It was pretty good, but
it was a clean sheet as well.
The clean sheet is good. The clean sheet is good. I mean, the one thing about clean sheets, if you have a more consistent defense, they get to understand each other better. Luiz and Cahill are playing just their 4th game, I think, so they're getting better in defense. Everything is getting more solid. Today we had Essien playing defensive midfield, so I think that also improved the defense. Apart from the fact that Bolton didn't have much of a threat up front, all they had was Rio down the left wing. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay Cahill's performance at the back or Luiz's performance at the back or the rest of the defense. I'm just saying, I think they're improving defensively, and the more we play a consistent back line, the better our defense will get.
The big thing
it was a good victory.
The big thing is, though, at the end of the day, you've won 3-0. You've got 3 points. You've got a victory. There'll be smiling faces at the bridge. A little bit more pressure will come off AVB because when he has to speak to the media afterwards, no one's going to be there with a negative because they've actually gone and done their job. So it'll be just another step on the road to getting the job done right.
Right. I just hope we can build on this from now on. Everybody feeling more confident. Less pressure on the manager, on the team, from the media, from fans. You know, the atmosphere in the bridge was great after we scored. You could see the players were beginning to enjoy the game. They were trying tricks and all of that.
Yeah,
it's the kind of stuff we want to see.
It is. Now, Latoye, AVB, in the last 72 hours, he's actually started to break ranks a little bit with Mr. Abramovich. He's saying, I've become the mouthpiece for the club, telling you what the mission is, and maybe other people should start talking about it. Maybe Mr. Bruce Buck, a fellow American of yours, should be, talking about the message as well. And he's now starting to become his own man, I think, a little bit. Do you think that he has been looking rather isolated over the past weeks?
Sort of, in a way, because the way I see it is, okay, the Roman and the board and the manager, that's AVB himself.
Yeah,
they're all together on one page. But what AVB is trying to say is the media can't get to hear from those people. So most of the time, like, stuff he's gonna say is gonna fall on deaf ears. And every time they keep asking him about his job, and he's basically trying to say, like, I'm very confident about my job, but even though I'm saying this right now, it doesn't hold enough weight because I am not Bruce Buck. I am not Roman Abramovich. That maybe if you heard it, he's not necessarily saying, "Oh, I want them to come and back me right now." But what he's saying, maybe if you heard it from them, you would take these words more seriously. That okay, I'm confident that I am going to remain in this job and work on this project that I've been given to do. So yeah, maybe he is feeling a little bit isolated, and the inexperience shows a little bit. But I mean, I feel we still have to continue this match. The inexperience shows with some of the things he says, stuff that can get misquoted, that can get twisted by media. Stuff like I don't need the players backing. I only need the owners backing.
Yeah.
Stuff like this is a slap. A couple of months ago, he told the press, "This is a slap in the face for you." I mean, you have to choose your words. When AVB came, I did a little bit of research, and he had like a bit of a sharp tongue when he was in Portugal. But the Portuguese media are not the same as the English media. You know, you have to have a way you handle them.
Yeah.
If you've noticed, after our form went really bad, he started getting a little bit careful with the sort of things he was saying, right? So, I mean, he's only going to improve. That's the way I see it. He's only going to improve as a manager and as a person on the job.
Okay.
And he needs to be given time too.
Okay. So you said you've answered the question I was going to ask you next. You wouldn't want to see an immediate reaction from Roman Abramovich if it all goes wrong at the end of this season.
No.
So you believe in the 3-year plan, do you?
I do believe in a 3-year plan. I even wish it was even longer than a 3-year plan. I wish it was longer than a 3-year plan. I mean, I remember Mancini's first season, right? I was at that point. I felt Man City should get a better manager. They should get someone the caliber of Mourinho. I felt like Mancini didn't know what he was doing. I felt like he wasn't using the players as well as he could, considering how much they were spending. Even up to his second season, I felt he was underachieving. Right. But he's had one thing you can say about Man City and not that is different from Chelsea is that even though they spend a lot of money, they've let the manager have time to build his own team. Yes. And that is reaping rewards now. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look so good in the beginning. You have to sometimes you have to give a manager time to build a team. It doesn't mean that you just stick with any manager and just give them time. I mean, like some teams, like, okay, if you look at Milan had to switch after Ancelotti. They had to switch managers a couple of times when it was looking too bad until they finally found someone they were going to stick with. Sure. But you have to stick with a manager. You can't expect results to just come instantly. Okay. And all of that,
Okay, well, look, Latoye, that's a fantastic analysis of the way things are going over in England, your team and Manchester City, and the comparison between the two. Really great to talk to you, mate. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the Skype wall.
Good luck,
See you
Latoye.
again soon.